Hello and welcome to the daily cricket show. Sorry, dear friends, yes, I do have a sore throat, and as you know, it doesn't matter for me. It's all about the passion that one has. According to me, if you have the passion to do something, whatever be the case, you go for it. So that's what I am made up of. And besides, I can also say that, as I've said in the past too, like sometimes I do feel reinvigorated after doing this cricket show. I mean, even though I'm in a sort of like a dull mood, once I complete this cricket show, something happens to me. I get totally reinvigorated. So I think it's a sort of a real panacea for my cure too, I will say. I'll put it like that. But those things are all something which is there. But I come here for my dear friends and subscribers of Cricket Happenings. Right. So let's kick on here. By as far as today's cricket show is concerned, it's going to be, as you know, Sri Lanka are on a tour of India. November 16th is the first Test match, as you all know. The Sri Lankan team is here. The Sri Lankan team is at a fairly good strength right now, and the Sri Lankan team has a new coach too. It's Tilan Samaraveera, who has been a prolific scorer in Test matches, as you would know. So he's the new coach. And also, Chandika Hathurusinghe has resigned the post of the Bangladesh cricket coach and is strongly touted that the reason was to probably take over the reins of Sri Lanka as well. And why not? He hails from Sri Lanka. So that is something. But we are talking about a tour match that happened. The first, the Sri Lankans got off to a great start, I thought, in this first tour match against the Indian Board President's 11. I can say the Indian Board President's 11 was not having a second string team because the second string is probably doing duty in the Ranji Trophy. This is a third string team that we are talking about, and Sri Lankans definitely did well. Everyone had a good hit, which I'll be talking about. They ended up at 411 for 6. So that is one, and then we'll have a look at some Bangladesh Premier League matches where Dhaka Dynamites, to me, are full of dynamite because Shahid Afridi coming in as opener smashed 37 with 6 sixes. Evan Lewis did the same as well, and Dhaka Dynamites really got the Sylhet Sixers. In fact, not only that, Sunil Nareen combined with Shahid Afridi to ball out the Sylhet Sixers, and they went off to a breezy win, which I'll be talking about. And also there were wins for the other teams too. There was one more match in the Bangladesh Premier League, Rangpur Riders, and the result was that the Kings actually won the match by 8 wickets. And as far as the match between England and the Cricket Australia, it was a matter of a mere formality. The match was won by England, but as I said, it was only about as to the England batting not doing well against really a pedestrian bowling attack from the South Australian 11. Sorry, the Cricket Australian 11. Well, that is that. But let's first head on to the tour match between Sri Lanka and India and see as to what really transpired there. So Sri Lanka were the ones who batted first, and if you look at the card there, they definitely did a good job. In a day, they scored 411 for 6. There were good hits for Samara Vikrama who opened the innings. He made 74 with 13 boundaries. Karnaratne retired hurt for 50 with 7 boundaries. Tirumani really missed out on that, 17 with 2 boundaries. Angelo Matthews retired hurt 54. So the retired hurt basically is to give an opportunity to other persons to have a hit. It's not really getting hit or something. Chandimal 29 with 2 boundaries. Dikwala made 73 with 13 boundaries. Started with 13 boundaries. Shanaka 2, Pereira 48 with 6 fours, 2 sixes. Dhananjay Silva was out for 10. And Ashley Silva also played a good hand, 36 with 5 boundaries. And it was the the Sri Lankan amassing 411 for 6. If you look at the bowling from the board person's 11, as I said, it's not at any strength here. Sandeep Warrior 2 for 60, Ravi Kiran none for 60. Avesh Khan is a pace bowler, 16 overs and 50. He also played in the IPL. And Jalaj Saxena is definitely a sort of a prospect, I would say, because he's been doing very well in the Ranji Trophy. Jalaj Saxena, right arm off spinner, he had 1 for 100. And Amit Bhandari had 2 for 100. So in the Indian board, President Zilwan definitely has some very good names. One is looking at the captain Sanju Samson, who would be opening with Jalaj Saxena. Sanju Samson is the captain of the team, and then Jivanjot Singh Sudhi is also a good player. I suppose Abhishek Gupta is a good one. They still have some good, so it will be interesting to see as to how they really bat. But as far as this was concerned, it was Sri Lanka actually making 411 for 6. So that was the story of the day in the first tour match for Sri Lanka against the board president's 11. I've just played the Eden Gardens in Kolkata. So Sri Lankans starting off the Indian tour on a great note, one could say. Now we are looking at the Bangladesh Premier League, and first we are looking at that really electrifying match that happened. The match was being played between Sylhet Sixers and the Dhaka Dynamite. Sylhet Sixers batted first, and Sylhet Sixers bowlers, the batsmen, were absolutely at sea against two different type of bowlers. One is Sunil Narine, who comes with the knuckle ball, comes up with everything that you could name, and Shahid Afridi, the quickest leg break, the googlies, flippers and everything, had really had this Sylhet Sixers innings got into a real tailspin, and they were plunged to 101 for 9. It was only thanks to the, in fact, they were reduced to such an extent that they were really breathing for air at 53 for 9 in the 13th over. It's only thanks to that record partnership that happened in the Bangladesh Premier League between Abul Hassan. As you know, Abul Hassan has a century in test matches, as you would remember, coming in at number 9 or 10 if I'm not wrong, and Tajul Islam actually got them to pass the 101 for 9 to give them a semblance of respectability. But let's have a look at the card. I mean, Habu Heather actually took care of the openers. He picked up the wicket of Gunatilka for 15 of 9 deliveries with 3 fours. Upal Taranga was out for 1. And after that, it was a Nareen and Shahid Afridi show. Sabir Rahman was out for 1. Nasser Hussain for 10 of 14 with 1 boundary. Ross Whitley was stumped at the bowling of Nareen for 6 with 6 balls, 1 boundary. Nur Hassan 8 of 14 balls. And then De Silva 8 of 10 balls with 1 4. Breston 2. Abu Hassan not out on 30. As I said, Mohammad Sharif won, and they were plunged to 53 for 9 at one stage. And it looked like probably Sylhet Sixers will be bowled out, but the final wicket partnership was the one which saved some face for the Sylhet Sixers when Abul Hassan came in, traced 30 of 20, unbeaten 30 of 26 balls, 3 fours and 1 6, and Tajul Islam made 16 of 20 on 4, but the partnership was a record because what they did is they added almost 48 runs, and it was a record, it seems. And looking at the bowling, Shahid Afridi, 4 overs, no maiden, 12 runs and 4 wickets. Sunil Narine, 4 overs, no maiden, 3 for 10, bamboozled them. And Abu Hidar at the top, taking care of the openers, 4 overs, 2 for 23, 1 over for 7 for Masark Hussain. Shakib Al Hassan, 2 overs for 10, Mohammad Shahid, 3 overs, 9 for 21, Cameron Delport bowled 1 over for 10, Khalid Ahmed bowled 1 over for 7 runs. Dhaka Dynamites were given a target of 102, and Shahid Afridi was told to open, and he smoked 2 sixes in the, as you know, Tim Bresnan of England was actually making his debut in the Bangladesh Premier League, and Shahid Afridi gave him a really sort of a rousing welcome when he clouted him for 2 sixes in the first over itself, and then it was Shahid Afridi going absolutely, and at the other end it was, and as I said, the name of this particular team, Dhaka Dynamites, absolutely says that they have even Lewis and Shahid Afridi, they have Cameron Delport who can blast the ball, and then they have Tyrone Pollard coming lower down the order. So Shahid Afridi and Evan Lewis put on 59 runs for the first wicket, 4.1 hours. Shahid Afridi smoking 2 sixes, the bowling of Tim Bresnan, and then he went after Tajul Islam and put him into the stands for another 1 or 2 sixes. Evan Lewis was the other one who was also smashing sixes, and Evan Lewis and Shahid Afridi were hurting the Sylhet Sixers, and they were already, the score was 101, and they definitely indulged themselves in caning the Sylhet Sixers bowlers, as finally Shahid Afridi departed after a plundering 37 of just 17 deliveries, 1, 4 and 5 sixes. Evan Lewis was there. Cameron Delport missed out. He was not out to Bresnan. So Bresnan getting 2 wickets, his first Bangladesh Premier League debut here. And finally it was all over. It was a matter of they finished the match off in 7.5 overs. They were absolutely blasting. Evan Lewis blasted an unbeaten 44 of just 18 deliveries, 2 fours and 5 sixes. Shakib Al Hasan was not 18 of 11 deliveries, 2 fours and 1 6. Game over, 8-wicket victory. But look at the way they did it. They went at the rate, a rampaging run rate of 13.53. Tremendous stuff here as far as the Dhaka Dynamites were concerned. They really proved that there were dynamite batsmen there. Bresnan, on his debut with the Bangladesh Premier League, 2 overs, 2 for 20. Tajul Islam, 2 overs, thrashed for 35. Abul Hussain, 1 over for 10. Nasir Hussain, 1 over, Kane for 11. Gunnar Tilaka went for 10. And De Silva bowled 5 overs. He was smashed for 20. And that was the match situation. Dhaka Dynamites winning the match against Sylhet Sixers, blasting Sylhet Sixers off, as Shahid Afridi, for his all-round performance, bagged the Man of the Match award. Splendid stuff this from the Dhaka Dynamites players, Afridi and Lewis, and Sunil Narine with the ball as well. Now we look at the 9th match, which was played between Rangpur Riders and the Kings. Rangpur Riders and the Kings, which played the match, and Rangpur Riders batted first, and they made 134 for 5 batting first. They lost the openers Johnson Charles for 2 of 3 balls. Adam Blith was gone for 4 of 5 balls with 1 4. Mohammad Mithun was out for 18 of 15, 2 fours, 1 6. Bopara made an unbeaten 50 for 51, but Shahriar Nafiz made 23 of 31, 2 fours. Pereira 4, 0 Rahman was not on 11. Bopara was the highest scorer. 134 for 5 was Rangpur Riders got on the board. Matthews and Miraz definitely did a good job. 4 overs, 1 for 19. Kept plugging there. Mohammad Sami did a good job. 4 overs, 1 for 19. Farhad Reza, 2 for 28. Kesrick Williams was a bit costly. 4 overs cost him 34 with 1 wicket. Franklin 3 overs, 1 for 14, and Niyad Zaman 1 over for 9 runs. Rajshahi Kings had 135 in 20 overs. The openers did a fine job. I think it was Lendl Simmons along with Mominul Haq, and it was really good to see Mominul Haq turn a new leaf here. Normally, as you know, Mominul Haq, he definitely likes to stroke the ball. He's a good I wouldn't say he's a good striker of the ball, but he's a good good stroker of the ball, and he really plays some. He also hits some nice boundaries as well. But what one has not seen from Mominul Haq, his other side of play today, and probably he made a few changes to it, and that is to really go aerial. And Mominul Haq and Lendl Simmons made sure that Rajshahi Kings were going to win this match very, very comfortably, as 122 runs were put by this opening pair of Lendl Simmons and Mominul Haq. Lendl Simmons' contribution, 50 deliveries, 4 fours and 1 6, but Mominul Haq was the one. As I said, we saw a different aspect to Mominul Haq's batting, and that was to go aerial. He swung sixes of the ball of Mashrafa Murtaza, and also, I think it was, if I'm not wrong, it was Pereira who was swung for sixes. Mominul Haq not out 63 or 44 balls, 4 fours and 3 sixes, taking them to victory. Malcolm Waller was bowled with Pereira for 4. Ronnie Talibdar was the one who came up with the winning hit, 10 of 4 deliveries, 2 fours, 138 for 2. Game over. Rajshahi Kings winning the match over the Rangpur Riders. Mustafa Murtaza 4 overs, none for 27. Malinga 3 overs was costly for 30. Abdul Razak 3.4 overs, none for 34 was also costly. Nasmul Islam 1 over for 10. Bopara 2 overs, 1 for 7. Pereira 2 overs, 1 for 12. Zair Rahman 1 over, none for 7. So that was the match situation. Mominul Haq taking the Man of the Match award, and that also sums up my cricket happening show for the day, dear fans, subscribers. Hope you all like this. So you could definitely see the change in media, friends. When I started off, it was sort of a real dull start to me, with voice box really not really getting on. But well, right now when you see the effect here, I think I have blasted on all cylinders here, despite my health. And now this is what, as I said, this is what cricket can do for me, and this is the passion. This is what passion is all about. When you're passionate about something, nothing deters you from doing your best. And as I said, I think I'm God blessed to go here and strike out in this fashion. Thanks once again, dear friends, subscribers, for your tremendous support to this Cricket Happening show. I'm hoping to see you all tomorrow on my next cricket broadcast. Until then, it's your host Ram signing off. Thank you.